The Niger Delta comprises 9 states with 31 million people from more than 40 ethnic groups. The early 2000s saw the region marred in various conflicts, from election violence, communal clashes, and tribal uprisings to court wars, militant attacks on security agents, and retaliatory military killings. As the decade came to a close, the undercurrents of instability increased until there was full-blown militancy in the region. There was active vandalization and outright destruction of oil exploring facilities and wells of storage, one of Nigeria's highest sources of income. While these had regional and national implications, the effect of this conflict on the people, communities, and economic activities were even more telling, like election violence.
Because of election violence, now some of the shops are closed. My mother also owns a shop there. She doesn't open it any longer. That was a place where you could go meet everybody, people you've not seen for years. You see them, but now you cannot see them again. Economy has gone down.
If they pay me for body, and now my people who are the rule, all of them they cry. Say they don't see food shop because of this fat way they ground.
The United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, or SDG 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions, shows that while no goal is more important than the other, all forms of development are hinged on peace and stability.
Violence destroys.
It deters a society from moving.
You have no progress.
There won't be development, there won't be growth, there won't be happiness and joy in the society.
Burning houses, shootings, and people were just running here and there.
It makes people, the masses, scared. There will be total backwardness.
There cannot be development because conflict destroys.
Previously, without stability in the region, productivity dropped significantly and caused more people to be thrown into poverty. In a region providing the bulk of Nigeria's revenue, instability just couldn't stand. So it became imperative that we solve these problems to restore productivity across all fronts and boost economic growth and development. This is why the Foundation for Partnership Initiatives in the Niger Delta, a Nigerian non-profit, was established in 2010 with initial funding from Chevron to promote peace and equitable economic growth in Nigeria's Niger Delta region. Today, we continue to forge multi-sectoral and multi-stakeholder partnerships at the regional, national, and international levels among local businesses, the government, and private sector corporations.
So PIN is really doing a lot, to ensure that the region is stabilized, that there's less conflict, de-escalate conflicts, and ensure that there's overall peace in the region.
PIN started designing approaches that will be deliberate in addressing the conflict in the region. The overarching strategy was spread across 3 major areas: the Integrated Peace and Development Unit, IPDU, the Partners for Peace, P4P Network, and the Warri Multi-Stakeholder Platform, MSP. The Integrated Peace and Development Unit, IPDU, was PIN's response to rapidly changing dynamics on the ground. The IPDU promoted collaboration and synergy amongst existing local, regional, and national actors in both public and private sectors to address conflict, early warning, and early response, known as EWER. There is a focus on gender and youth, and an emphasis on practical solutions to peace building and conflict mitigation. By design, IPDU responded to emerging threats in a timely, adaptive, and actionable manner. It also identified and mobilized appropriate actors and resources via 3 interdependent components: research, capacity building, and applied learning, aimed at early targeting and mitigating potential drivers of instability.
when we identify issues of concern in society, we reach out to our network that is made up of different, personalities, professionals that are also peace actors. Then when we identify such gap that needed to be filled, we don't run away when there are issues. We try to address them to the best of our ability, bringing all peace actors together to see how we can have a peaceful society where development will thrive.
The Partners for Peace Network, or P4P, was designed as an independent network supported by PIND. Their mission is to build social capital around peace building through amplifying the voices of peace actors, building a network of self-identified agents of peace, and leveraging that network through facilitation, small grants, and capacity building. This network includes thousands of stakeholders like the youth, women, business organizations, civil society, private companies, and donors committed to promoting peaceable livelihoods.
If we come together and fight in one voice, in unity, we will gain more development, we will gain peace, we will gain many things.
Like the two areas of focus in the preceding conversation, the multi-stakeholder platforms known as MSPs for peace building were designed to support and enable socio-economic development programs to improve the standard of living. These platforms empower communities to achieve a peaceful and enabling environment for equitable economic growth. The platforms included P4P, the acronym for Partners for Peace, and projects PIND established through its non-violent election project, Shun Wahala, Community Stakeholders Network, and Prevent Teams.
What brought about Warrior MSP is what we are experiencing. We felt there is need for the Jaws and Secrets in this area to live together peacefully.
After 10 years of implementing these strategies, PIN's peace-building program results and P4P reflect that these approaches worked. 20,324 Niger Delta conflict data points for early warning and early response, also known as EWA, were made publicly available on the Peace Map, which is populated with conflict information from peace actors. In addition, 9,610 self-identifying peace actors were facilitated with their capacities strengthened to tackle conflict. And 860 emerging conflicts were mitigated by the capable peace actors.
From what I've come to understand in peace building, you don't take your hands off because nobody's quarreling or nobody's fighting. You understand that if you don't address the root causes of these problems, it will come back.
Sustaining this peace and fostering stability is now the goal of the future. Therefore, PIND is launching a new 2020 to 2024 strategic third phase, with the focus shifting from expanding the P4P network to deepening the peace-building capacities and actions of the facilitated members of the network to foster a more enabling environment for sustainable broad-based economic development. A peaceful Niger Delta has the potential to grow economically and set the pace for the rest of the country as it develops and thrives.
Behind every story is me, is you, and everyone we know, connecting to each other, working together for the good of all.